Huntsville leaders celebrate 100 years of women having the right to vote. They did so with a mural dedication 2 years in the making. Our Kenesha Dees shares the message behind the mural.
This mural behind me, titled "This Girl Can," marks 100 years of women's rights to vote, and it's for all of Huntsville to see as a reminder.
She is standing strong on a well-nourished foundation. That her life will be completely different from 100 years ago.
Just off Washington Street in downtown Huntsville, this mural is one you can't miss.
The imagery here is really amazing when you think about the watering can, that is like a nurturing life force, righteousness and justice. We want it to flow through Huntsville and to inspire all of us to create the beloved community that we all deserve and need.
This project was spearheaded by sponsors including the City of Huntsville, Women's Economic Development Council, and Arts Huntsville. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Huntsville Alumni Chapter also involved in this project. Since its founding in 1913, the sorority was also involved in the women's suffrage movement. Alabama didn't actually even ratify the 19th Amendment until 1953, and it wasn't until 1965 that black women could vote. The chapter's president says there's still work to be done.
Voter suppression is still very much prevalent. We have some very critical elections coming up, so it's very, very important that we as women, we as citizens, period, that we come together and make sure that everyone is taken care of.
This little girl, born or living in the 2020 time frame, will have way more opportunities, will experience incredible freedoms and equality that her ancestors never had.
And a plaque will be mounted on the mural come August 31st. Putting the Valley first, Kenesha Dees, WZDX News.